Traders, investors, did yesterday even happen, right? Or this morning? I knew there's going to be a bunch of volatility with the CPI numbers, and usually that happens before anybody starts talking, and it gets released to all the finance sectors before it actually gets sent to publications. So you could pretty much tell what's going on before it even happens. And we tanked, but I said I was long, and I ended up closing out some of my trades for zero because the Ethereum trade that I showed you guys yesterday, I already took profits on it, and in hindsight, I should have taken profits right at 1200 again, but I didn't. You know, I was telling you guys about this symmetric triangle and what would happen if it were to break downwards, you know, but I wasn't upset because it was not a losing trade for me, even if I got stopped out. But this is all just FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt is what happened in the market. And we have, look at this liquidation wick. You know, I told you guys that I didn't think we're going to see another new low for Ethereum and Bitcoin, and we did not. We did not. Everybody is crying wolf, saying that everything is so incredibly bad. And I'm telling you guys, we're so close to a reversal and a substantial up move. You know, if you follow me on TikTok, I just was talking about how we have a 60% chance that October is going to be a green month, right? And right now, October is, okay, let me get to Bitcoin. October is a red month, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to turn green, and we are going to have a green. Green, as in my chart, is this teal, because I think teal is a much more attractive number than green. So that's why I have that color. And the reason why I'm saying that is because over the last 70 years, right, since like 1930, almost since the inception of the stock market, we've had a green month in October, excuse me. September's always really been red, but October has always been a good reversal month where you have a 60% chance that it's going to be green. And then you have close to an 83% chance statistically if you open October red. And what has October been? It has been red. Right now, we so far have a doji candle where we're getting close to having buyers in control. We are above what we were yesterday when it comes to the market, which is just crazy to think about. All right, from where yesterday closed at 19,000, and we are at 19,372. Just crazy. You can see my trades down at the bottom. I have moved my stops. I have not taken profits on these trades because of the reason why I have not taken profits on those two trades is I think that when you see a wick like this, a reversal wick like this, it, to me, most of the time means that the buying pressure is continuing to go upwards, right? And I would love to see us hit a resistance of $24,000 for Bitcoin on the weekly is really what I'd like to see. Before, we'd have to obviously get above 22,000, but I've got good conviction that I should hold on to this trade, not take profits just yet, until we hit some closer price targets, right? But I did move my stops so that if it does reverse, it's at my entry point, so I'm not going to lose any money on my Ethereum and my Bitcoin trade. Yes, I'm using high leverage, but that's because when you see these darn gnarly wicks, I was waiting on the lower time frames to see where the bottom was. I was like, okay, where is this wick going to go down to, and what's it going to touch, and then where can I start buying? Once we level out, boom, then we can start getting in. I didn't actually get into my Bitcoin trade until we saw, relatively here, right? Because you can see my entry on my Bitcoin trade is right at like 18,600. So I needed to see, all right, is the move coming up? Is this like a fake out, or is it going to have a gnarly pullback? And it's worked out in my favor. Ethereum went relatively the same, where I was looking at, okay, boom, we went way lower than I thought we were going to, but that's typically how things happen. But you can see my entry on the Ethereum was I was waiting for the same kind of thing. Where can we find some resistance? And boom. So the next step, right? Okay. If let's zoom back out because it's easier to look at this stuff zoomed out. Let me just get rid of some of the resistance here, right? Just so that we can see. I will leave this one. I will leave this one up because we are bounced right back above it, and that is a good kind of end to it, right? And where we're looking at right now is we're looking at 1,300. 1,300 is acting as a effing wall to Ethereum. We have to break above 1,300. I might even add to this trade if we break above 1,300. If we break above 1,300, I will add to this trade. And we need to close above 1,300. You can see today we got 1,301, and then it started retracing from that. Sellers do not want us to get over 1,300, right? And right now we're essentially have created resistance right at 1,200, even though it went down to 1,182, right? 1,200 would be a good area to... This is just all the algorithmic trading and then the order flow going in where it kind of flips over, right? Is all this is. Bitcoin. If I'm looking at Bitcoin, bam, dude. That wick, right? You can just draw out a line. You don't need trading platform to draw out a line. You can literally just show, boom. If I'm going wick to wick, come on. If I'm going wick to wick, right, you can see the level of resistance or support. Excuse me, support's the bottom. Support, and we've bounced completely off of that. Will we touch it again? You know, jumping back to Ethereum, I should have seen it a little bit more that, hey, the symmetric triangle was probably going to break below because we've got 1, 2, 3 touches, and usually you need 3 touches in order for something to be valid, and boom, we went down. It would have been nice to be able to short right there, but I didn't. I just got out of my trade and we waited, and I waited for the reversal, and the reversal happened because, dude, the CPI report, consumer price increased 8.2 from a year earlier, and it's down from 8.3. Okay, we are going lower. This was not incredibly bad news, and everyone is thinking that this was just such horrible news, right? Our consumer price index was around over 9% not too long ago, and us being at 8.2, it's not going down fast enough is what the volatility of the market was, right? So the news was that inflation rose, and then once we actually got people talking, then it's like, oh, it's actually better than what we thought. So it goes up. Just what I thought was happening, what I was telling you guys to happen, it just happened in a funny roundabout way. So back to Bitcoin, right? Back to Bitcoin. Really, the 19,500. I've told you guys this. I know I don't have that many views, but I have told everybody this time and time again. Those arbitrary numbers of 20,000 in midpoints, 19,500, 20,000, 20,500, they're always like little checks, they're like stop signs. Stop and then continue to go. Sometimes they're stop you can't pass, right? And if I get back to the chart, it has been a stop and cannot pass. This has been a stop and cannot pass. We have tried for a long time here on the daily. Boom, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, like 2 weeks, right? Since over a month, since August, we've been having a hard time getting above this 19,500. It is just a matter of time before this breaks through. We have not touched the bottom of this 18,000 that many times, right? It's been once and twice. The next leg down, if we touch 18,000 again, boom, we are fucked. It's going to go even lower. We're going to see a new low, but I don't think that's going to happen. Truthfully, I think we might get a little bit of a pullback here, right? Maybe pull back to some level of support, probably right around 19,000. People can load up their trades. We'll probably have a small stop at 19,500. Boom. Then we're going to shoot up to 20,500. And I'm hoping that, like I said on the weekly, that we're going to go up to this 24,000. It's probably not going to go like this much in a straight line. It might be a little bit different than that, but we're going to make a higher high, right? And a lower high. That is what I'm thinking, and that's why I'm holding on to this trade, because I'm not taking profit on it yet. I am just leaving it open for now. CPI numbers came out. They're actually not that damn bad. The market is responding to it, and I've told you October, I believe, is going to be a green month. Hence why I'm holding on to this stuff, because I think it's going to be green. And so if I go to the monthly and I'm looking at Bitcoin, what do I need for this to be a green month? If I'm zooming in here, we need to be over 20,500. I just showed you a good reason as to why it's going to happen, and that's my conviction. You know, a lot of people on my TikTok, the comments are tough to read sometimes, because people are like, oh my God, because like on Ethereum, I was warning everybody that, hey, here's a symmetric triangle, and people don't understand these patterns, right? They just want me to give everybody exactly what's going to happen, and I don't have a crystal ball, right? But I can give you probabilities of what's going to happen, and a symmetric triangle is essentially like a 50-50 if it's going to go up or down. And we had 3 touches on the downside, it broke down, right? But I gave you good reasons as to how it was going to rebound yesterday as well on my live stream. And everybody was telling me that, hey, this decreasing volume that I was telling everybody, they're like, oh, this is oh crap, you know, Johnny, you're saying decreasing volume. Look at that. Decreasing volume is meaning that you're putting pressure on the asset that it's going to explode. What happened? Boom, it exploded. Okay, the volume exploded. It exploded to the downside. That's all I was warning people was pay attention. Something is going to happen, and it's going to be explosive. And that's exactly what happened. And look at the liquidation wick and the reversal that we're having. This is turning into a boner candle where it's woohoo. You know, you can see I'm making money off of it. A lot of people made money on the downside, but a lot of people got screwed on the way up because they got re-liquidated if you were short, because they're expecting it to go down to 1,000 and lower, right? Did that happen? No, it did not happen. You've got my price targets. I believe that the bottom is in, and now we're just fluctuating, and I'm waiting for another relief rally to the upside, okay? To not digress anymore, Ethereum has to get above 1,300. If Ethereum does not give above 1,300, we are going back down to 1,200 to try to test support. If we can't hold support, boom, then we're going to hover right around the $1,000 range. That's just looking at this logically, that's what's going to happen. Bitcoin, we need to get above 19,500. If we don't get above 19,500, we could potentially be re-seeing a test of 1,800. And if we hit 1,800 again, that is the third touch on that support line, which as a trader, right, it is telling you, now might be a good time to think about going short on it. I'm thinking about adding to my trade if we can break above 19,500 again, right? We've got a good move. Today we've had a 5% move up and down from 18,000 to 19,370. It's saying Bitcoin's only up 1%, but it already went down freaking 4%, and now it's up 1%. So that's 5, right? And truthfully, on the monthly, we need to get above 20,500 to 21,000 to have a green candle. And I would really like to see Bitcoin close at around 24,000. That's thinking, you know, a little bit enthusiastically, but I believe we're going to be around the 21,000 to 24,000 by Halloween. This is Johnny effing Crypto. Till next time. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to give you guys real information. I'm going to be doing some videos on good stocks and good crypto to buy and hold, for buy and hold investing, right? You don't have to be focusing on this trading stuff. I'll just tell you guys the stuff that I'm looking at and the stuff that I have been buying, right? That is stuff that people want to see. People want to tell you what is good, what is bad, and nah. So boom. Lewis, appreciate you. You're always in the chat. Love you, brother. It's Johnny Crypto.